Hey, old friends, new friends, and those soon to be friends. Christy Hill with Hill Prophetics. Got some good news for you. We are about to launch Boots to the Ground. The first and third Fridays of every month, we're going to be launching Boots to the Ground prophetic training op. So November 6th will be our first. It'll be at 6:30 p.m. at the 51st and Mingo Street area at Kingdom Reign International. They have been so gracious to sow into this ministry. They are loaning us that facility once again, and it is just perfect for what we do. They've seen the gift of God in this atmosphere and want to sow into it, and they have been incredibly gracious. Hill Prophetics and Boots to the Ground is not associated with any specific church. We are not, we are affiliated. We work with a lot of churches, but we are not associated with one church. So for them just to open up their building to us and just really bless us in this way, it's really just almost overwhelming. God bless them. We are eternally grateful. Anyway, so for those of you who don't know what Boots to the Ground has been, it is a prophetic training opportunity, and prophetic merely means hearing the voice of God. And so we were training people how to hear the voice of God in so many areas, whether it was hearing the voice of God in healing, praying for someone and watching God heal them, whether it was in the area of times and seasons according to the Hebrew calendar and Jewish customs, whether it was dream interpretation, visions, prophetic art, just anything that has to do with growing in intimacy with God, learning to hear His voice better, and moving in the prophetic. Not just for the sake of the church, but to go out and pray for people. If you're at Walmart, just to have a listening ear for the Holy Spirit to tell you that person injured their back in a car accident 2 years ago, and I'd like for you to pray for them. Or whatever. You know, the Lord speaks all the time. We just don't listen. We need to cultivate that. Anyway, so here's the stats. Boots to the Ground will begin November 6th, 6:30 p.m. at the Kingdom Reign International Facility, 51st and Mingo area. We will have childcare. So we just found that out. Megan has stepped up and is going to orchestrate that entire thing for us. We're so excited. But what we need from you is, if you're planning on attending Boots to the Ground, tuition free this time, by the way, and you do have children, please let us know. We need to know an average of how many children to prepare for. So send a personal message on here, make a comment in the comments, something so you can give us an idea. We are not having potluck meals this time. We may do that every once in a while, but we're not doing it every Friday. The children will have snacks. We may have some snacks for the adults as well, but for sure the children will have snacks. And this year, we are going to have live worship. Like live worship by true worship leaders. Like people who have a lifestyle of worship and the music flows out of them from there. Not musicians that lead worship. Do you understand the difference? It's such a huge difference, especially when you're in that atmosphere. So we are so excited. The 4-day deep dive was one for the books. I mean, it was so incredible. And after that, within 4 days, I had 4 different people approach us saying that they want to, and that God had already told them to submit their gifts to us to help us in any way for whatever our next is. And this is our next. So we are so blessed. We're blessed to have an opportunity for people to utilize their gifts. We're blessed to have an opportunity to set up a plan, set up an agenda, but subject it to the Holy Spirit. And so we don't know exactly what that's going to look like. We know it's God, and we know it's going to be great. The conference really proved that. We went with a plan. We went with an agenda. And I can't tell you how many times he said, tear that up because we're doing something new. And it was kind of scary. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. It was like, okay, Lord, what do we do now? What's that going to look like? Like we had a marriage panel set up. And the Lord said, I don't want you to do the marriage panel. And we did a huge art project, a prophetic art project where every single person participated. It turned out so beautifully. Like, I can't even begin to tell you. And then this Saturday, when we were going to have this incredible worship set, we were going to listen to the Lord, and we were going to interpret what the Holy Spirit talked to us all about. Every worship person but one was under quarantine due to COVID. We had no worship on Saturday. Oh my gosh. But no one knew. You couldn't tell because we started sharing testimonies of what God was doing with people, through people at that conference. And it was no small thing. These testimonies were life changing. I mean, just hearing them would make you cry. It was phenomenal. So nobody realized we didn't have worship. We did have worship later in the day. But all I'm saying is that God knew, so we didn't freak out. We knew God had a plan, and it flowed so beautifully. Anyway, so we're kind of excited. We're coming with a plan. We're coming with an agenda. We have an idea, but we are submitting the entire thing to the Lord, and He will have free reign. We will have an atmosphere conducive to the Lord to orchestrate everything. Anyway, we're pretty excited. Like I said, this is tuition free this time. There will be giving stations set up for anybody who wants to help support Tony and I in our ministry. By all means, feel free to give. But we're just laying it out there. We believe God's going to provide, and we're going to give it our all. We're going to give it our all. So hopefully you can come. Boots to the Ground is looking forward to meeting you and looking forward to helping to cultivate in any way that we can. 6:30, November 6th will be our first night. Okay? Boots to the Ground. Look forward to seeing you there. God bless, God bless, God bless you. See you soon.